origin of Khayal is from Kawal Bache Gharana. Prior to that, we had the Khayal, but nobody took uh, the attention of that form because Dhrupad was in vogue. But then afterwards, they liked the presentation. So that alab system of different this thing started. Say for I will show. So perhaps rather this was not allowed in Drupad. They would start re, ne, ne, no, ne. Here it is. Ta, so aesthetic of the notes and uh, giving more expression to alap was the first step which started. Second thing, in Drupad we had Anibadha Gan at the beginning with Nomtom. That used to go for a long time and then composition starts. We change it because perhaps it was sometimes becoming slightly boring. That Anibadha Gan, naturally the rhythm has the potential to attract. So that was adopted. Then the change is there in the use of the type of rhythm beats and the rhythm instrument. Before Khayal, we had Mridanga as the accompaniment. But then we switched over to tabla. At the time of Khayal, prior to Khayal, we don't see tabla extensively used in the singing or in the presentation of Indian classical music. What it helped, it created the good bass of Dagga and then fine beats of tal which matched with the sentiments of the composition. These are the things which are very important. Khayal is not only the change of the composition and ragas were same, compositions were changed. And the fourth one very important thing happened is in Drupad, normally we used to have the compositions of Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva, Rama, and all god and goddesses. When it went to Darbar, it was related to king and emperors. But Khayal is a social aspect of Indian music, where the subject itself is changed. The fine sentiments, lovely sentiments of the women and men about their own relation, their friendship, that was incorporated in Khayal. So that is called the romanticism era of the Indian classical music.
So here we can say that as we all know that in Drupad style or in Ragdari before that, all Indian music, Ragdari music came from temple tradition to court traditions, and Drupad still existed, was quite popular. But as it came to court, the demands were changed.
Yes.
and everybody wanted, or the rulers wanted something new instead of hearing the same thing again and again. And then by keeping the basic structure of Ragdari music intact, by adding few things from Kawal style, from adding few style from Thumri style, it was a new style was formed, which is called as Khayal. And as you rightly pointed out, it started with rhythm, so it becomes quite interesting for general public to get it more interested. And you also said that the first style of bandishes, especially in Dhrupad, whereas as it came from the temple tradition, it was of goddess or gods, then into kings or emperors. But the style of presentation, as it changed in Khayal, the lyrics also changed,
Yes.
which will be appreciated by masses
Yes.
because it was related to their daily feelings.
Yes. Very correct. Very correct.
And now we would like to know more about those gharanas, as you now told us about
Yes.
the Khayal, that how it came into existence and
Yes.
what is the difference between Drupad and Khayal.
Yes.
So what we can say that the concept of gharana, how it came into Khayal, or what was the first gharana that we can tell about Khayal system in Indian classical music.
Yes. So, in this way, Khayal came into existence first. And then people started singing Khayal, and the audience also liked singing of Khayal. So, what is exactly Khayal? The difference between Drupad and Khayal is Drupad is also a thought, it is also a process of thinking and lining up in a proper way. Khayal is also a thought, but it is a free thought. No, any subject is given to you. If you go by step and all this thing, it is good. But if you are given a chance to say something about it in a free way, you are free to join it and make it more interesting. So Khayal is an interesting and free thought where the artist get the complete freedom to do his own expression. This is what is called as Khayal. So first thing is Khayal is a thought, and that Khayal, when that particular thought is put in a proper way, then that is called as school. School, I mean the process of thinking, school as it is called in literature. School means not going to school. School of thought.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is what is called as gharana.
Here we can say that Drupad was also a structured way of performance. Khayal is also structured way of performance, but there is more freeness
Yes.
given into Khayal structure as
Yes.
compared to Drupad.
Yes, this is one thing. And that freedom was needed. The artist never wants him to be tied up with all the rules and regulations. Though he wants to some extent the rules, but not at every point. Freedom is the essence of life. So freedom is the essence of art also. So that freedom all the artists got in Khayal, that's why Khayal came into existence. And then when people started thinking of Khayal, there came again the discipline. And that discipline is to some extent called as gharana. So we normally say gharana is a discipline. You know, human being moves in the society and he wants to enjoy and do all the things. But at the same time, he is supposed to observe certain disciplines, certain rules. You are moving on the road. You are free to go anywhere, but in a disciplined way. The same thing is there. In Gharana, you can go anywhere and any this thing, but go in a disciplined way, and that enhances the beauty. And that is why there is one discipline. So Gharana is first thing is discipline. Now the question comes, why there are then so many Gharanas? It is because the idea or the thinking of that particular Khayal is different by different people. Artists, they look at one point in a different way. Like a coin, you look in this way, it looks round, it looks straight, something like that. This is how all these artists did.